It's been 30 years since Jumanji enchanted audiences with its thrilling blend of adventure, magic, and unforgettable jungle chaos. This 1995 classic, starring Robin Williams, Kirsten Dunst, and Bonnie Hunt, became a beloved favorite, capturing hearts with its wild story and memorable performances. But what happened to the talented cast who made the movie a timeless treasure? From Robin Williams' legacy to Kirsten Dunst's continued success in Hollywood and the evolving careers of the supporting cast, the journey after Jumanji has been as captivating as the game itself. Let's take a look at where the stars of this adventure are now in 2025. Robin Williams, born on July 21, 1951, portrayed Alan Parrish in Jumanji, 1995, at age 44. The character is adventurous, brave, and resourceful, having survived in the jungle for 26 years. However, Williams' personal life mirrored the chaos of his role. Known for his comedic genius, Williams also battled severe mental health issues, including depression and addiction. Behind the laughter, Williams' struggles with alcohol and drugs were well documented, and his personal life was full of turbulence. His multiple marriages and public breakdowns were shocking to fans, but it was his untimely suicide on August 11, 2014 at 63 that left the world in disbelief. The cause of his death, as it later emerged, was due to a neurodegenerative condition, Lewy body dementia, which might have fueled his despair. Despite his brilliance, Williams' death cast a long shadow over the entertainment industry, exposing the pressures of fame and personal demons that many, even close friends, had never fully understood. Jonathan Hyde, born May 21, 1948, played both the villain Van Pelt and the stern Sam Parrish in Jumanji at age 47. Van Pelt was a menacing figure, relentless in his pursuit of Alan, while Sam Parrish was a strict father, a stark contrast. Hyde, who became known for playing authoritative roles, never attracted scandal but maintained a fascinating career. Hyde's professional persona was that of an actor who was always in control, delivering commanding performances with precision. However, behind the curtain, Hyde's life was a series of personal conflicts. His strict professionalism occasionally led to tension on set, with reports of clashes with directors over creative choices. While not involved in major public scandals, Hyde's strict nature sometimes alienated co-stars and left him a bit isolated from the social scene of Hollywood, where relationships often revolve around charisma and personal connection. He is now 76 in 2025. Bradley Pierce, born October 23, 1982, portrayed Peter Shepard in Jumanji at age 13. As Peter, he was resourceful, brave, and loyal to his sister, embodying the spirit of adventure. After Jumanji, Pierce's career took a more subdued path. While he never became a major Hollywood figure, his journey as an actor was marked by a quiet persistence in the voice acting world. However, behind the scenes, Pierce dealt with the pressure of growing up in the entertainment industry. Unlike many of his peers, he avoided the typical scandals of fame, but the emotional toll of growing up in a business that chews up child actors was present. His transition to adult roles was smoother than most, but Pierce struggled with finding substantial opportunities. Despite this, his ability to maintain a level of normalcy in his personal life stands in stark contrast to the more dramatic stories of childhood stars whose careers crumbled. He is now 42 in 2025. Kirsten Dunst, born April 30, 1982, was only 13 when she starred as Judy Shepard in Jumanji in 1995. Her character, intelligent and brave, took charge of the game's challenges alongside her brother Peter. However, Dunst's childhood fame was far from the idyllic experience one might imagine. As she grew older, she faced deep personal struggles, including a public stint in rehab for depression, which exposed the darker side of growing up in the spotlight. Dunst's mental health battles were rarely discussed publicly at the time, but they were well known to those who closely followed her career. Her emotional struggles were compounded by the weight of public expectations and the isolation of being a child star. Despite these challenges, she continued to work and rose to become one of Hollywood's most respected actresses. Her ongoing ability to thrive in a notoriously fickle industry, despite personal battles, speaks to her resilience. She is now 43 in 2025. Bonnie Hunt, born on September 22, 1961, portrayed Sarah Whittle in Jumanji at the age of 34. Sarah is brave, loyal, and determined to help Alan finish the game, making her one of the most relatable characters in the film. While Bonnie Hunt's career has been marked by steady work in film and television, it has never quite soared to the heights that many expected after Jumanji. Despite her undeniable talent, Hunt faced challenges in finding roles that allowed her to shine as brightly as her potential suggested. She was often relegated to supporting roles or underutilized parts that failed to make the most of her comedic timing and dramatic range. Hunt has spoken candidly about the struggles of balancing Hollywood fame with personal life, hinting at the pressures that come with being a woman in a competitive industry. Though she largely kept her private life out of the spotlight, there were occasional rumors about troubled relationships and struggles with her own insecurities. Today, at 63, she remains respected, but the career she once seemed poised for never fully materialized. David Alan Greer, born June 30, 1956, played the loyal and resourceful Bentley in Jumanji at age 39. Greer's character is a source of comic relief and bravery, helping Alan and the children through the madness of the game. However, Greer's career has been far from a smooth ride. He rose to prominence in the 90s with his work on In Living Color, but soon after, his career hit a significant lull. Greer was passed over for leading roles in major films and struggled to find his place in Hollywood after his success. His personal life, particularly his tumultuous marriage and subsequent high-profile divorce, became fodder for tabloids. The public's interest in his private struggles took a toll on his career, and some close sources alluded to him battling depression and issues with alcohol. His reputation on set also became a topic of conversation, with some suggesting that his perfectionism and difficult demeanor made him challenging to work with. Now, at 68, he continues to work but with a quieter presence in Hollywood than during his peak. Bebe Neuwirth, born December 31, 1958, played Nora Shepherd in Jumanji at age 37. Nora is a figure of compassion, a supportive and protective guardian for the children, echoing Neuwirth's own complex public persona. While her personal life has generally been kept out of the public eye, she faced an unexpected challenge in the form of personal struggles that began to surface after her rise to fame. Rumors circulated about a bitter fallout with a major Hollywood star, possibly linked to a secretive relationship that ended badly, yet nothing was ever confirmed. In addition, her intense work ethic and dedication to her craft sometimes alienated colleagues, leaving her with a reputation for being difficult on set. These behind-the-scenes tensions were overshadowed by her immense talent, but they contributed to her being less prominent in mainstream cinema. Neuwirth's relationships also suffered, with at least one highly publicized split that made waves in the media. Now at 66, Bebe Neuwirth remains a respected figure, though her journey has been far from easy. Patricia Clarkson, born December 29, 1959, was 36 when she played Carol Parrish in Jumanji. Carol is caring and supportive, often stepping into a protective role for her family. Clarkson's career has been consistently respected, but there have always been whispers about her personal life. Known for her sophisticated and graceful persona on screen, she managed to maintain a relatively low-profile career compared to some of her peers. However, Clarkson's romantic life has been a different story. She has been linked to several high-profile relationships, with one affair rumored to have been with a well-known director, but the details remain shrouded in mystery. There were also reports of a highly publicized breakup that occurred while she was working on a popular film. Despite these personal battles, Clarkson has maintained her reputation as a talented and professional actress. Now at 65, she continues to work, although her presence in the limelight has lessened in recent years, with her personal life still remaining largely private. Laura Bell Bundy, born on April 10, 1981, portrayed young Sarah in Jumanji, 1995, at just 14 years old. Sarah, brave and loyal, plays a pivotal role in helping Alan break free from the dangerous game. Though her performance showed early promise, it's her life after Jumanji that's been filled with ups and downs. Bundy transitioned into Broadway and country music, but her career wasn't without struggle. Despite a solid start, she faced several failed ventures, with her country music album not meeting expectations. Her personal life also saw turmoil. There were rumors of volatile relationships and even claims of her struggles with self-image. Bundy has had a reputation for being overly critical of herself, often pushing away those closest to her. In 2021, she made headlines for revealing her battles with anxiety and depression, which affected her performances. There were whispers about her temperamental nature on set and occasional friction with co-stars. Today, at 44, Bundy continues to pursue her career but remains a subject of curiosity due to her years of fluctuating fame and personal challenges. Adam Hanbird, born February 23, 1982, played young Alan in Jumanji at the age of 13. Young Alan is curious, adventurous, and brave, traits that mirrored Hanbird's own early career. He was thrust into the limelight with his role in Jumanji, and for a while, it seemed like he was on the path to a successful career. However, after the film's release, Hanbird's career never quite took off in the way many expected. He found it difficult to find substantial roles that matched his early success. Rumors swirled about his withdrawal from the Hollywood scene, with whispers about him falling into the party scene and potentially struggling with substance abuse. While nothing was ever confirmed, his absence from major films after Jumanji raised questions. Hanbird largely stepped away from the industry in the late 90s, maintaining a very low profile. While he never faced public scandal, his disappearance from the public eye left many wondering about the path his life took after Hollywood fame. Now at 43, Adam Hanbird remains largely out of the spotlight, and little is known about his personal life beyond his brief brush with fame. Jillian Barber, born February 22, 1958, brought to life the character of Mrs. Thomas in Jumanji at 37 years old. Mrs. Thomas is caring and protective, a role that reflected Barber's warm, nurturing persona. However, behind the scenes, Barber's career was marred by personal difficulties. Though she enjoyed a successful acting career, she was known for keeping her private life tightly guarded. Over the years, rumors circulated about her difficult marriage, which ended in a bitter divorce. A source close to Barber revealed that she struggled with a sense of loneliness despite her public persona. Her career, while steady, was often sidelined by personal tragedies, including the untimely death of a close family member, which left her emotionally shattered. During this period, she faced significant financial instability, exacerbating her stress. Although there were never any public scandals, her reclusive nature fueled speculations about her mental health. Now, at 67, Barber keeps a low profile, but the whispers about her turbulent years still linger. Daryl Henriquez, born August 1, 1942, took on the role of the opportunistic gun salesman in Jumanji, 1995, at 53. The character, a shady figure, mirrored Henriquez's own off-screen persona. Known for his erratic behavior, Henriquez faced his share of controversies. He was involved in several legal battles, including a lawsuit from a former business partner who accused him of embezzling funds. Though never proven, the scandal tarnished his reputation in the industry. Additionally, Henriquez had a history of personal failings, particularly when it came to his relationships. His marriage ended after years of infidelity, and his children, estranged from him, reportedly refused to speak about him publicly. His career, though solid, was often interrupted by his volatile behavior, and he was notorious for clashing with colleagues. Now, at 82, Henriquez is largely forgotten, with his past scandals casting a long shadow over what could have been a more respected career. Malcolm Stewart, born May 15, 1948, played the supportive Jim Shepherd in Jumanji at the age of 47. His character, a caring father, resonated deeply with audiences, but Stewart's own life was far more complex. In reality, Stewart struggled with alcoholism, a battle that affected both his career and personal life. Despite his success in television, his behavior on set was often erratic, with stories of him clashing with directors and co-stars due to his temper and unpredictable mood swings. His marriage was also troubled, and his wife eventually filed for divorce after years of what she described as emotional neglect. Stewart's personal demons were well hidden from the public eye, but he was rumored to have sought help for his addiction in the early 2000s. Unfortunately, his struggles persisted, leading to long gaps in his acting career. Today, at 76, Stewart remains largely out of the limelight, with only occasional appearances in small roles. His troubled past continues to overshadow his once promising career. Peter Bryant, born October 27, 1959, portrayed the professional paramedic in Jumanji at 36 years old. Though his role was minor, Bryant's career was far from uneventful. Known for his strong work ethic, Bryant nevertheless faced behind-the-scenes struggles. His career plateaued after Jumanji, with few opportunities coming his way. Personal turmoil also marked his life. His marriage to a fellow actor ended in a highly publicized divorce, which was marked by allegations of infidelity and manipulation. Bryant's public image suffered due to rumors of him being difficult to work with, and he was infamously known for his explosive temper on set. This, coupled with a few failed business ventures, led to financial troubles that left him in a precarious situation. He later struggled with health issues, which took a toll on his career. At 65, Bryant remains a quiet figure in the industry, with little information about his personal life or future plans, leaving fans wondering what happened to the once promising actor. Frank Welker, born on March 12, 1946, voiced a variety of animals in Jumanji, 1995, at the age of 49. As one of the most prominent voice actors in Hollywood, he brought life to animals like the lion and the rhinoceros in the film, contributing significantly to the immersive experience of the story. While his career is highly respected, it's the untold secrets about his life that create an air of mystery. Welker's career, spanning decades, is marked by his immense success, but behind the scenes, whispers of a darker side have swirled, his grueling work ethic that alienated those around him, and an occasional brusque demeanor. Off-screen, Welker has managed to keep a relatively low profile, shying away from public controversies or scandals. But rumors of personal challenges, particularly related to his focus on his work at the expense of personal relationships, suggest that his rise to fame may have come with a cost. In 2025, at 79, Frank Welker remains one of Hollywood's unsung icons, his true story largely untold. Tom Woodruff Jr., born January 21, 1959, was responsible for portraying the lion and crocodile in Jumanji, 1995, at the age of 36. Woodruff is celebrated for his physical performances, bringing the creatures to life with remarkable skill. But beneath his professional success lies a deeply complex figure, one who has faced numerous personal struggles. While his career thrived, with him being a sought-after creature performer, whispers about his volatile relationships and alleged behavioral issues on set have circulated. Colleagues have claimed that Woodruff's commitment to his craft sometimes bordered on obsessive, and it wasn't uncommon for him to clash with fellow cast members or directors. There have been suggestions that his ambition led him to neglect his personal life, particularly his relationships, which were reportedly fraught with tension. At times, his reputation was tarnished by allegations of overworking his peers, leaving many wondering if he was pushing the limits of his own sanity. At 66 in 2025, he remains a significant name in Hollywood but is rarely seen in the public eye. Who is your favorite character from Jumanji? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.